Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This has been a highly requested video from a lot of people who have been asking me to make a video step by step on how to make a directory. Now I'm going to teach you a lot of things in this video, okay, and I'm going to go fairly quickly. Just so you know, you can slow me down, you can watch this video multiple times, but by the end of this video you will have a good understanding on how to make one of these directories. Now, I'm most likely going to be using Cursor, or I might use Windsurf. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, let's just get straight into the content. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose a niche, choose a location, and then create a CSV with niches, create a CSV with locations, okay? But before you continue, think about how big you want to make this website. For context, a website with about, we're talking 200,000 pages will cost you 2,000 euros to start the website. So what I'm going to suggest is you start with a 5,000 page website, okay? The reason that I'm choosing 5,000 pages specifically is if you go on Cloud Console Google $200, you'll see that you can actually get a free trial. This is Google Cloud, this is the wrong thing. Basically, you can get a free $200, okay? But be very, very careful with this, because if you go over that $200, you will be charged. And the main reason I'm making this video in the way that I'm making it is that I spent a lot of money, okay? I spent $2,000 accidentally, not realizing that making a 200,000 page website using Google Cloud Console credits was a stupid idea, okay? So just be extremely, extremely careful with that, because if you go over the limit, you will get completely screwed by this, okay? So if I just go on, this is Google Cloud, okay? You can see 259,000 requests, okay? This did cost quite a lot of money. Also 57,000 requests right here. However, if I actually go on, so you can see here, for each billing account for qualifying Google Maps platform SKUs, a $200 USD Google Maps platform credit is available each month, which means you can make one of these websites for free, okay, in terms of Google credits, okay? But just be please be extremely careful with how many pages you have on your website, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Claude, and we're going to do this step by step. This is also the free version of Claude, so we're going to be using Haiku. I'm going to try and pay for as little things as possible in this video. So I'm going to say, please give me a list of keywords associated with let's just do wedding planner, with wedding planning in the US. Okay, so let's say that we are a wedding planner, okay? Yeah, okay, this works. So basically, you're a wedding planner. These are the 50 keywords, okay? So you can help with people finding a venue, people finding catering, people finding a wedding dress, tuxedo, invitations, budget, photographers, videographers, etc., right? So think about it logically. Think about it from this angle, okay? You are going to create a directory to help people find the things they need associated with your niche, in this case, wedding planning, right? And then you're then going to advertise your services clearly labeled as an ad at the top of each result, right? That's kind of what we're doing here. So if someone searches videographers in, Texas, I can't think of a place in Texas, somewhere in Dallas, Texas, right? Then your result will come up, okay? And then someone clicks that, and then they see, oh, this person here will plan my entire wedding for me. I was looking for a videographer, but I also need a florist. I also need a whatever, blah, 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 blah. So maybe I should just click that and, send an inquiry to them, okay? Now we're going to build everything in this video. We're going to build the entire prompt, everything like that, okay? But I'm going to try and move a little bit more quickly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press copy here and go to sheets.new and then paste this and then just get rid of these like that and then get rid of these two, right click, delete rows. Now we have a list of 50 keywords. So we'll call this keywords.csv, file, download CSV. Okay. Now we'll go on Google and we'll say list of US towns, places in Texas. And then we'll write GitHub at the end of it. And then we're going to look for state counties, raw. So if I do Texas here, no, they're not in order, are they? Oh, this is pretty good. There's quite a lot here in order. So what I'll do is I'll just grab these because it's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. So these are all the ones in Texas, right? So we'll just grab these Texas here. You know, you don't want millions. Like I said at the beginning, like you've got to be a little bit careful with having too many. So we've got 50, yeah, no, this is too many. We've got 50 keywords. So we can only have 100, 50 times 100. Yeah, we can only have 100 locations. So we'll just go back here. And we'll say list of places in Texas, highest population. Okay, this works. We can actually just maybe grab this. So, oh yeah, look at that, literally perfect. This is actually a CSV. So we can only have up to 100 places. So obviously, the logical thing to do would be to take the first 100 from this list, so down to Cibolo, which obviously I say like an Italian. File, new, spreadsheet, and then we'll paste this like that. That should just directly paste, perfect. Okay, that actually works really, really well. The only problem is I don't like that there. Maybe it can just deal with it. So we'll say cities.csv, right? And then file, download as CSV. Okay, we now have our keywords.csv and our cities.csv, okay? So we've now created these two things here. We now have a 5,000 page website ready to make. So I'm going to go on Google Cloud and you want to click on enabled APIs and services. This is a little bit complicated, guys. I'm not going to lie. You do have to jump through a few hoops here. And there's going to be some API keys here as well. So we're going to have to block out some API keys while we're doing this. But I just want to show you this from kind of the beginning. So if I just go on console.cloud, blah, 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 this is kind of the screen that you'll have to kind of get used to. First thing you need to do is click on billing, add a billing account. Obviously, they're not going to let you do things without adding a billing account. Once you've added a billing account, you do have access to $200 of free credit using Google, okay? So we'll click on APIs and services here. And then you can press at the top here, enable APIs and services, and then places API, and then you can press enable here. Obviously mine is already enabled. Now there might be, let me just double check if I write places API. It's this one here that you want to use, it's cheaper, okay? So places API in brackets new. So we'll click this and press enable, and then once you've enabled it, press manage, okay? And then this is where you can then enable, I believe, here, places API, press enable here, and then open up guides on the bottom right here. And then also you'll have to open keys. So we'll open keys. Now everything should be blocked. Create an API key here first, okay? And then here we actually have the documentation. So I'm going to click use the places API and then press overview here. Sorry if I'm going too quickly, guys. Please just go back, watch it again, etc. Okay, I need to balance between going fast and going too slow. One thing I'm not going to do, and I recommend you don't do either, is photos. Just don't bother with photos. I don't think it significantly improves ranking, to be honest with you. So what do we actually need? We need text search and potentially places details, right? So text search, what text search does is you can search for something like wedding planner in Texas, Dallas, Texas, and it will give you the results of that query, right? Or pizza restaurants in New York is another example, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start by just grabbing this documentation like this, just copy and paste. This is what programming is these days. That's going to trigger a lot of people, but there you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press enter a few times on this Google document, and I'll say in XML tags, Google Places API document, Google Places V1 documentation, and then close XML tag and then paste. I did Control-Shift paste, by the way, just so you know. I recommend doing the same thing. And then, what was it? Google V1 Places documentation. I believe that's what I wrote, but I don't think it has to be exact. Okay, so that's the first documentation, and then we'll go over to MongoDB, and we'll press Quick Start, and we'll just give ourselves a new username and a new password, and then create user here. Now, I already have a database for Mongo. Just so you know, what we're going to be using Mongo for is we're going to be covering our cache, okay? Now, what a cache allows you to do, allows you to save money. So the way this works, just so everybody knows, and this is a really, really cool and interesting process, is you create the site dynamically. Google crawls the entire website, thus creating the content. Then you cache the results, so you never have to pay any money, okay? That's how this works. Normally what would happen is every 24 hours, the cache would reset, Google would crawl again, and you would have to pay $200 every day to run a website like this. However, thanks to caching, it means that we can have one of these websites without paying ridiculous amounts of money. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to press Get Connection String. What this is going to do is it's going to give me this right here, and I'm going to press Copy, and then I'm going to say down here, Mongo underscore URI, paste that, and then slash Mongo URI, and then I'm just going to put my username and password. If you just go off my screen for 1 second. So I'm just, where it says database password and database username, I'm just putting my username and password, and then I'm scrolling back up. You can go back on my screen. So that's now set. So now it knows my MongoDB URI, and it also knows my the documentation to use Google Places API. Now, one thing that I haven't given it is my API key. Go off my screen. So I'm just going to press Show Key here. You guys will have to probably make a new key, and then I'm just going to put that with this. I'm going to say Google API key, paste that, and then Google API key with a slash. So that's now set as well. So now we've given it the relevant documentation, we've given it the relevant .env variables. So now I'm going to craft a prompt, okay? Now to craft the prompt, I will need to open these two files, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'll just open them real quick. So I'm going to grab this, okay? And I'm going to say, I have two CSVs. One is we'll just do cities.csv. The other is keywords.csv. So then we'll grab keywords.csv like that. What I want you to do is create a directory website that uses the Google V1 Places documentation. And you can see I'm referencing the XML tag in order to display search results for these terms. An example would be wedding venues in Houston. I don't know what the hell any of these mean. Whatever. Houston, Texas. So make sure to add the word wedding before each keyword. Then the site should be generated programmatically, abusing the fact that Google tends to rank exact phrase match queries, pages with queries. So ensure that the meta title and meta description, title and short content on the page mentions the exact phrase match keyword. Do not display images. Make sure that, display 10 results at a time. Create all pages programmatically using the 2 CSVs above. Use pagination as we're going to have a lot of pages. Create a sitemap, breadcrumbs, header, footer, and everything else needed to have this website running. When you, for the search bar, only allow people to select terms from the CSVs and not just search for stuff. Create all index pages such as best X in Y. We won't do individual business pages, that's fine. We won't do individual business pages. Use the term top 10 X in Y, town in Z state, or the 10 best X in Y town in Z state. Create a clean looking UI UX using modern modular blocks, taking into account the contrast of text versus background and being mobile friendly throughout, including the header and the hero section. Let's also create a mongo.db powered form to allow people to send submissions, which will store the inquiry. I don't know which one it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Store the inquiry inside MongoDB, capturing as much information as possible from the user. Anything else missing? Index pages are like category pages and are a collection of regions or towns or businesses in towns. We'll say here prompt to create app. So I think we will just use Cursor for this. Cursor is my preferred system for sure. Okay, so open a folder, right click here, new folder. We'll call this Wedding Planner Directory, Texas. Select folder, and then we're going to drag cities.csv, and we're going to drag keywords.csv. Control-Shift-I, paste. So actually what we're going to do is I'm going to press plus here. Oh, sorry, wait, I need to delete these. First thing we need to do is terminal, new terminal, Control-K, start me a new Next.js project. And then we'll do space and then put full stop here. Just press yes on everything. Okay, perfect. So now we'll do this again. We'll drag that over to there. We'll drag that over to there. And then we'll do another plus and we'll say roadmap.md. And then we'll paste and then save, okay? Now we'll close that, and close that. Control-Shift-I to bring up the composer, and we'll do roadmap. There we go. So at roadmap.md, at keywords.csv, and then at cities.csv, and then I'm holding shift and I'm going to press enter twice, and I'm going to say, please implement my roadmap. I have given you the keywords.csv and the cities.csv. If you need to put them in a data directory, just put a small snippet of each in the data directory. Please make sure to make a modern, modular, beautiful, color highlighted, clean UI UX, and then we'll just press enter. Oh wait, hang on, just press cancel here. You're already inside a Next.js project, which is using TypeScript. Okay, here we go. So now it's using TypeScript instead of .js, which I prefer because I kind of understand it a bit more. Can we do this purely on the text search and without the long lap? Also, please continue implementation. Okay, every time it says terminal like that, make sure to copy the command that it gives you. So this is a terminal command that you actually have to run. So we'll just run this. If it says that there's an error, do -- force like that. Okay, and then we'll just keep waiting here. So now it's passing the CSV information there. That's good. That means I know it's working. So we'll press accept all here. Continue full implementation, including my .m file. I'll just copy this, press enter, go back here, do npm install -- force. Okay, so now it's got a sitemap generator, perfect. So I'll just say continue implementation. Please add my data to the data directory. Just do a snippet of each CSV for now. Okay, so this is just adding a small snippet here. Perfect. There's another snippet. Perfect. Let's create a proper types file. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's actually just try this. Let's do npm install and see what happens. And then we'll do npm run dev. There might be some problems here. I'm expecting there to be some problems. Okay, so that's just 404ing. That's fine. When I run npm run dev, it just does this. Please also continue implementation of all pages. Oh, something I forgot in the prompt actually. I'll add this to the prompt. Make sure to use a 6-month cache by storing the information found from Google's API in MongoDB. So I'll just triple click that and I'll just send that here. Continue. Oh wait, there was an error as well. Hang on. Let's just get that error real quick. So let's say also please fix these errors. And continue implementation. $180 days in milliseconds, perfect. So that will now store the results from Google's API in MongoDB, which means that's a cache effectively. Okay, set popular searches, that's fine. This is quite common as well. So we'll accept all here, and then we'll see. Still says conflicting app found. So we've got app here, that's probably why, and then we should have pages here as well, yeah. So we have both app and pages. So what do I actually have to do to fix this? First, let's remove complete and set the proper structure. Okay, it still says. Delete source pages.index. So source pages index.tsx. Okay, so I need to delete source pages index.tsx. So we'll delete this. And then we need to delete source pages app.js. And we'll delete, I think we can keep that one open actually. Okay, perfect. Now we have a different error, which is just CSS. Please fix this error. And then after that, we should actually have our website done pretty much, and we can move on. So we need to delete this apparently. We're almost there here. Oops. Move all APIs to a new directory. Did I do that? API. Yeah, it looks like they're there. Perfect. Let's remove duplicate APIs by deleting source pages API. So I need to delete that, and I need to delete that, apparently. Source pages API submit.ts. Doesn't say roots there, does it? No. Source pages. Oh, I deleted the wrong one there. Source pages API. These two need deleting. So I also need to delete source. Oh, hello. So funny that there's just nothing and then there's just something. Does this work? Looks like it might be. No, there's an error here. What's the error? Okay, so there's a malformed API call here, but we're pretty much there, as you can see here. This is kind of, yeah, what I've been working on for the last few weeks, basically. This is a bit messed up. That's fine. What about cities? Doesn't work. That's fine. So I need to delete pages, source, pages, search, city, keyword. Source, pages, city, no. Search, city, keyword. I need to delete this page, it says. There we go, perfect. So now we have Tara of R7 Photography. You can see 5-star, 75 reviews, 5-star, blah, 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 okay. We're pretty much there. It has their website, etc., etc. And if we look here, it says top wedding photographers in Dallas, Texas, okay. So this process is pretty much done. Now, obviously, you'd want to change a few things. You'd want to make it look a lot nicer. Cities doesn't work. Categories, I've got no idea what's going on here. It completely doesn't work. We'll probably continue this in another video, but this is kind of at the point where you could already release this. So let's just talk about the final steps here. I'm probably not going to show this in this video, but basically what you would do is you would push to get a new GitHub repo, import that GitHub repo to Vercel, and then you would add .env variables on Vercel, buy a domain from Vercel, build the site on Vercel, submit a .text domain verification through for Search Console. Submit your sitemap on Search Console, and then ask for your homepage only to be indexed, and the /cities and what was the other one? Categories to be indexed, in brackets, manual indexing. So that's a bracket within a bracket there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the entire process, guys. I've just built one of these websites in front of you. How long have we been recording? In 40 minutes. There's been no cuts. There will be cuts in the final video, of course. But I mean, 40 minutes to get to this point is pretty damn good, okay? Now, we will do a follow-up to this video where I'll show the rest of these steps, but then another thing that I'll show is how to edit the website after going live, because that is another big question that people have. However, for this video, we're going to leave it there. We're at a point now where we have a directory website that we could rank on Google, and if you only watch this video here, you have everything you need, okay? It's only if you need kind of help with the more technical aspects of launching one of these websites, etc., that's what the follow-up video will be. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on with these, with this CSS, but I mean, this website looks fine to me. This would rank on Google as it is. It's just, I will show you the next steps and the final steps in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're watching all the way to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend. I hope this helped, and we'll be back with some more content very soon. Peace out. Watch this video if you want to see my opinion on why Google prefers Next.js to Shopify and WordPress.